In this video, I will show you how to photograph two-dimensional work using an iPhone and artificial light. I will also show you how to briefly and quickly edit your images by adjusting them to black and white, playing with the brightness and contrast, and cropping the image to fit into the frame. For this image, I'm in my studio, which happens to have LED lights that are directly above me. So this will actually work pretty good to take an image. It's a nice uniform light. But what you can see I have to be careful of is that the closer that my camera and my hands get to the image, the more shadow that gets created, especially at that bottom part of the image. So you can adjust that by actually backing up your camera and your hands until you can no longer see that shadow, which might mean you have to back up a lot further than the actual image size, which is okay because you can crop that after you've taken your picture. So now you can go into your image editing software, and since this is a black and white image, I'm just going to change it to a monotone image. That's going to help me get closer to a whiter white and a darker black when I'm doing my imaging. So keystone effects, you can play with those if your camera wasn't totally parallel. You also can straighten your image by rotating it if things were a little crooked as you held your phone up above the image. You can see here I'm cropping just to the border. I don't want to crop too far. Once you have your image cropped, you can play with your brightness and your contrast. Try to get those black shapes a little bit darker. The white background, you can try to give it a little bit more contrast. Don't forget though, if you leave it, you might want to leave it to have just a little bit of a tone to it so that we can differentiate between the white of the background of your image and the white of the background on the computer screen. Once you're done, you can save your image, look it over again, make any changes it might need, and then submit it to the assignment.